Hello and welcome to Roll History, a low-DC dive into D&D through the ages. I'm your host, Alex.
And I, Knight Sammy,
What?
am your other host.
Sammy, you're coming into this with a weird energy and I'm here for it.
Alexander, I have passed my knight training and I have now become a cavalier.
You've been going to night school.
I've been going to night school. I am no longer a knight, I am now a heraldic-owning cavalier.
Okay.
I'm very posh and fancy.
Okay. I was there desperately trying to think up like a bit for the start of this one. I was going to like...
Oh, no, I have you covered.
I was going to maybe
Lord.
like sing like... No.
Good.
There aren't any gender neutral landed titles, are
I'm
there?
so
It's almost like
sorry.
people that are non-binary don't get to own land. Yeah, I was just going to like sing like a holy version of the My Little Pony theme.
I'm glad you didn't.
My holy pony, you know, like...
Well, cavaliers weren't holy, so that's where your first mistake would be.
My metal pony.
So, okay, yeah. As you might have guessed, this is the Cavalier episode.
As you might have guessed.
As
or
you might have guessed.
maybe you didn't, because that was completely...
I've just informed you. It's the Cavalier episode.
You might not have guessed that because it was completely fucking buck wild.
So, Cavaliers, they've been in the game a long time. They're also awkward as balls for research because there's basically two kinds of Cavaliers.
Oh, I know this one.
Yes.
There's the... Your reaction makes me want to try and think of a joke now, but I genuinely do know it.
Okay.
Because there was the kind that rides a horse and the kind that rides an imp. No, sorry. There's the paladin ones and fighter ones, right?
Yeah. So basically...
So the paladin ones ride a horse and the fighters ride an imp.
No, they don't ride an imp.
They ride an imp.
Where have you gotten that from?
They ride an imp.
No, okay, so
Yes.
you've got the fighter subclass, which is like, you know, I think you can still... I don't know if it's in 5th edition, actually. I should have...
Huh?
Did I check? Did I check it was in 5th edition? Oh, let's
What?
go to my bottom of my notes.
There's the... is it the Kits of Old Unearthed Arcana?
Yeah, so you probably can be a cavalier. I didn't realise that until you just said that, so...
Yeah,
Whoops.
so they did an Unearthed Arcana with some of the old kits. It had Cavalier for fighters or paladins.
Ah, right, okay.
Can't remember which. And also, it had the College of Swords
Oh,
Bard.
the Bard one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway...
Was it a fighter or was
We'll
it
ignore that, because that doesn't matter, because it's not in my notes.
Oh, I have access to my Dropbox right now in our new studio.
A new studio.
Because I didn't bring my phone in with me.
Cardboard box.
Listen, it's a professional studio.
Professional studio where I, Lord Sammy, have become... Anyway, no, sorry. Yeah, so there's the fighter subclass and the paladin subclass. So,
I, Lord Sammy, would like to say, if you would like to rent out our studio space...
10p an hour. The early Cavalier for paladins was kind of bad because... so you thought early paladins were like bad and lawful stupid.
I did.
This is where the Leroy Jenkins stereotype came from.
Oh, well, I mean, no.
I mean, no, but...
Leroy Jenkins came from the world of Warcraft.
No, you know what I mean.
He was called it.
Yeah, we're only going to talk about the Paladin Cavalier because otherwise this would be a much longer episode.
Yeah, you get to hear about different kinds of Cavaliers in the future, even though there is some crossover because...
There is a small crossover.
They
Fucked what?
They swapped features around, like passing them back and forth, like... And now that you've said that they fucked, I'm like, oh no.
STDs.
No.
I mean, it was like medieval fancy, so they all had syphilis.
No.
Okay.
It's very fashionable back then, okay?
Let's tone down the jokes and let's get into some history together.
All right. See you later, jokes. Fuck you.
So, the first instance of a cavalier, there were some, like, in the Paladin episode, there was like a knight that you could be when you were a paladin, but you weren't lawful good, you were just regular good.
We talked about the difference
between... Which was
between...
exactly like a paladin, but different.
It was a beast rider. We talked about those, didn't we?
No, that was much later.
Oh,
I mean, like,
God.
right in the very first time you could be a paladin.
Oh, Christ.
Because that's also, like, the first... No, it wasn't the very... I think it was in the basic edition. And you could be a paladin if you were lawful good, a knight if you were just good, and then an avenger if you were chaotic good. Which we'll talk about, obviously, in the Avenger episode. I'm not going to talk about that because it was literally the same as being a paladin, except you didn't get any holy bits. Holy bits. So the first official Cavalier was in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, the first, first.
I am Advanced Dungeons & Dragons the First, Knight of the Realm.
In Dragon Magazine 72, April 1983.
83? Hell's bells.
Yeah.
So what's that, like 19th century? I added the century part to cover up the fact that I couldn't do, 79 plus whatever you need to do. Maths.
4 years. 4 years.
Look, I did theatre, I did arts.
I mean, I was in like top set for maths and I still only got a fucking C.
It's better than I did.
Anyway, so it appeared in Dragon Magazine 72 and it was created by Gary Gygax himself.
I mean, most things back then were. So was D&D.
This was like his zone. This was his zone. With no...
Hi, welcome to the Gygax zone.
I mean, the magazine was basically just him talking.
So this issue 72 of the Gygax zone.
It was similar to the Paladin in some ways. So you had to be in service to something. It didn't have to be necessarily a religion or a deity. It could have been an order or a noble or a special cause. But
food truck.
A food truck.
Food truck.
You had this one.
Service with a smile.
This one kind of baffled me a little bit because you had to place honor, bravery, and personal deeds in the forefront of his or her activity, which I guess I might be misunderstanding what that means in the context of being a cavalier, but to me that sounds like, oh yeah, you must be brave and loyal and honourable and also value your own personal accomplishments.
Oh, right.
That seems really contradictory. Like when you think about a paladin and they're like, they have to be so selfless, they have to give up all their money and time. And
is personal deeds just doing the right thing or doing it yourself? Having a can-do attitude?
It didn't expand on that, which is why I don't know if that was like a common phrase back in the early 80s in Gygax's lexicon.
Hey, welcome to the Gygax zone. Time to hear about my personal deeds. And then he does a kickflip.
So even as a cavalier, you still had to follow a code of conduct. Mm-hmm. It wasn't as strict as the paladins, and the DM could amend it as you went.
Cavaliers can have a little sin as a treat.
You had to be born from noble birth or aristocratic origins, or had to be a candidate for knighthood. So basically, if you were poor or non-human.
God damn it.
The thing that annoys me about the cavalier is it's so classist.
I was going to say,
it really grinds my gears.
We're here to talk about a class, not class.
So you didn't have to be lawful good in this. You just had to be good.
And rich.
But there were rules for becoming neutral or evil, which we will discuss in a moment. There were minimum scores again.
Okay.
It was a special class. So you needed a 15 in strength, dex, and con, and then you needed a 10 in int and whiz.
Fair enough.
So not as bad as the paladin.
You needed 1,000 in wealth. There's a minimum spend as well. There's a minimum spend.
So even though it's not explained in the original version, there was the sort of presumption that you'd train to be a cavalier. So you'd maybe spend some time being a knight.
At night school.
Which obviously, like, it doesn't tell you in the article where it introduces the class about that. But
you'll find it.
Yeah. It does in later versions, but in this, when he's like, oh yeah, here's a new class, a cavalier. Also, you have to do this for a bit, but I'm not going to tell you how you do. Anyway, after the character becomes a knight or earns their knighthood, they're basically allowed to sack off whatever order or god or religion or special cause they were in service of and follow their own ideals or go rogue.
Just do
whatever the fuck you want.
My training is complete. Just fuck y'all.
Yeah. Which I was just like, okay, I guess that means like, because you could be like, say you were training to be a knight under a king and the king turned out to be like, oh no, I'm stealing all the money from peasants. And you were like, no, I'm a good knight. Now I'm a cavalier. I will sack you off and go be Robin Hood, but posh.
I was thinking more that I'm only here until I get my fucking degree. And then I'm gone, then I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. I'm not doing anything, I'm just here for my fucking paycheck. I'm just doing that. And then you get to the end. I just want that title. Yeah, and then the king...
Give me that crest.
And then the king is midway through knighting you, and he's like, I now dub thee Sir COVID, because you're a Kenko. And he's like, I dub you Sir COVID. And as the second...
You're a Corvinite.
And as he finished... Stop.
Sorry.
Let me finish my shit joke.
Okay.
And as he finishes, he puts the sword on one shoulder and then it passes over the top of your head. And at the second that it touches your second shoulder, you're like, right, I'm a knight now. And you bite the sword in half and you jump and you just start beating the shit out of the king.
That would be very impressive if you could bite.
You beat the shit.
Kenkus bite swords in half?
They're a kenku with big metal false teeth.
Oh, okay. Birds have teeth?
They do now. That's why they're false teeth. Hi, I'm Sir Birds with Teeth, and I've come to talk to you about hiring out our studio space.
So as a Cavalier, you couldn't dual or multi-class unless you were a Paladin. Which I'm sort of like, why would you be a Paladin and a Cavalier? That sounds horrendous.
That does sound like a mess. How many horses would you have? Come on.
Oh God, too many horses. So So you finally passed all your night training, you're a Cavalier. If you're not on an adventure, you need to do constant training. You need to make sure that every single day you are not adventuring, you are doing like mounted arm drills and training.
Sir Goku.
Which I found really funny because I haven't seen that on any other class. I mean, I know as a wizard you probably spend some time like sorting out your spell book, so maybe it's on the same kind of level as that, but all I can think is like, oh yes, I've finished my adventure. Now I must train for 8 hours a day.
You've come back from you've been knighted. You've killed the king right there and then. You've gone on an adventure. You've come home, and what are you going to do? You're going to sit down at home and spend your money in this economy? No. You got to keep pushing it out there. You got to push yourself.
Keep improving.
So the Cavaliers,
it's a real gig common.
Yeah, the Cavaliers always have to push themselves on social media.
So as a Cavalier, if you were on a horse or any other mount that's listed for your class or that the DM approves of, and not an elf or a half elf, because I forgot you can be an elf or a half elf Cavalier.
Oh, I thought you meant you could have them as a mount.
But you don't get them. You don't get bonuses if you're an elf or a half.
Well, not if you're if you're riding an elf, then you're not going to get bonuses to speed or anything like that. How fast are they?
Sorry, that was my mistake. So yeah, you can be an elf or a half elf, which kind of makes me go like, they had half elves? I thought elf was a class.
There's always half elves.
I guess this is advanced now, so maybe it was slightly different.
Listen, humans have bold, ambitious souls.
No, that's third edition.
And they'll fuck whatever they want.
Yeah, so as long as you're on a horse or a different mount that your DM allows and isn't bad, you got to make attacks one level above your actual level.
Oh, you and the horse fused your powers together. Yeah.
Because you were good at the whole point of a cavalier. I don't think I actually explained what a cavalier is. Basically, it's like a knight. You have a big lance.
Yeah,
you go around. It's like the what's it called in a war when you're on a horse and you run through the front line a bunch?
What are you thinking of? Thingy's Ironsides.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called.
Cavaliers?
No, there's the
mounted infantry.
No, there was a special word for them.
Horsemen.
Horsemen. Okay.
So yeah, a cavalier is it's sturgeon whale eggs, and you have them on little bleenies.
Caviar. Anyway, so speaking of horses, they were very intrinsic to being a cavalier. You had excellent knowledge of horses or other steeds that your GM approved and were on the special list.
Sounds like
that I didn't find.
Sounds like a kid from a primary school.
And you could evaluate their worth just by examining them.
Sounds like a kid from my primary school.
So a mount selected by the Cavalier will get a +2 HP per hit dice. So you power up your horse by knowing how much it's worth, I guess. which again, like the Cavalier, everything revolves around money with this guy.
Yeah. And he just slaps a 99p sticker on his horse's ass, covers up its cutie mark with his 99p sticker, and the horse gets so much stronger. It gets really buff.
You could wield other weapons as a Cavalier, but your lance was always the Cavalier's first choice of weapon and the true specialization, blah, 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 blah. Because what's the point in making a Cavalier if you're not going to... Because that was one of the things with like making... I think I mentioned it later... but if you were a half elf or an elf, then you could use ranged weapons.
Oh yeah,
which like was frowned upon because why be a cavalier if you're going to be doing ranged stuff?
Oh yeah, because
the whole point is that you get up close and personal with a lance.
There's no historical like precedent of mounted archers being incredibly effective.
Right? So it's really dumb. But obviously there's a whole... Oh, these guys are just... Anyway, so you were really good at parrying. There was a whole section on rules of parrying, like parrying different numbers of people, and it really hurt my brain to read.
That sounds like a mess.
It was awful. I mean, I had a headache at the time anyway, and then afterwards I was just like, oh, God.
Why would they attack you and not your horse, is the thing, though. It's like, you know what I mean?
I think there were rules for that, but that's why your horse got buffed up a bit when you decided it was your horse.
Carrying your ego around, it gets really strong. All your sacks of gold that you bring everywhere.
Thinking of ego and gold.
Uh-oh.
So Cavaliers were very picky about their armour.
Great.
So basically, if you can afford it, you had to have plate armour.
No, that's fair enough. Like, otherwise, what the fuck are you doing? You're just a guy on a horse. That's just what? You're going to go around wearing like a hat and a waistcoat?
Well, that's the thing. You could wear ring mail and chain mail, but you were looked down upon by other Cavaliers if you did that. And
rightly so.
You couldn't wear any other kind of armor because apparently they were only suitable for peasants or thieves.
That's true. If you're of any kind of standing and you have the choice to be wearing a plate, then you wear the plate.
And you're wearing a robe and they're just like, oh, you're a peasant.
Well, I'm not a cleric, am I? I'm a cavalier. I didn't go to night school for 6 weeks to I took this golden armor from the king when I bit his throat.
I thought it was a sword. Did you kill the king?
I did that thing again.
Turning into an evil coward. We'll get the rules on that in a minute.
I did that thing again when I got a sword and a throat confused.
So one mechanic I did actually like, even though it hurt my head to read, was you can improve your ability scores through experience. So basically, the more you trained and the more like Cavalier stuff you did, you had basically another number next to your ability scores that were like a D100 or a percentile dice, basically.
Yeah.
And when that got to 100, your stats would be boosted.
So outside of your general stats, just because I don't think they ever increased as you leveled up in general, you'd rolled it initially.
Yeah, so you could get stronger.
So, well, that's nice, isn't it?
Which was really interesting. I mean, that would be complicated as hell. And like I liked it as a mechanic. I'm like, oh, that's really cool that they had a thing to do that. I would not want to do that now. I don't need more numbers on my character sheet.
It's almost like the ability to increase your stats as you level up should have been baseline.
I know, right?
Hey, Gary, huh?
The Cavalier, like the Paladin, is not immune to magical effects, but things like fear or any kind of magical doohickey in your brain wouldn't work on the Cavalier. There was like a 90% chance it would fail.
Yeah, it's because of your good armor.
Because of your, I don't know why. It doesn't explain why. I guess because you're so like pompous and up your own arse.
I can explain why now. Like, because you're wearing the best armor, and they're not going to try and even try and affect you because you're not a fucking peasant.
So one thing I really liked was, and this is only for good aligned Cavalier, so it wouldn't apply to
like
you.
Me.
Sorry,
wouldn't a lot. I've really pivoted on what this character that I'm like, yeah, now I'm into it.
Good aligned Cavaliers can survive into negative health points.
I can do that.
I mean, you can't. No one can.
I can do
just
that.
Cavaliers can do this.
I can do that.
Equal to the number of health points they had at first level.
So if at level 1 they had like 10 HP, then they can keep going for 10 HP, and then
so they could survive to -10, and then they die,
and then they get to -11. They'd slip the DM a crisp $20 bill,
and the DM would
accept it,
burn it in front of them.
I would keep making eye contact.
Okay, they'd pocket it and kill you anyway.
It, and then I'd bring out Sir Rancibold III, and he'd continue on immediately from where.
Is that his name?
What did I say?
So Rancibold III.
Rancibold? Wow.
Were you trying to like riff off Archibald?
It's a little Archibald, yeah. But Rancibold, because he's nasty.
Oh, yeah, that is a nasty
This is a
name.
good cat. I'm going to use him for something.
Okay, so
I'll workshop the voice while you tell me this out.
So you had an 85% chance that you won't be thrown off your steed or injured if you do, which increased at higher levels. Also, I'm really sorry if this seems like I'm going through random points. This was literally how the article was laid out. I realised.
So there's an 85% chance that you just stay stuck to your horse no matter what. Like if the horse goes over a cliff, you're like, well, I better get up.
Well, no, obviously if you intentionally jump. But it's another thing, like if, like, say, someone hits your horse in the arse and it like does it like
it goes off the cliff.
You're gonna stay on the horse.
I'm staying on the horse, like, except for when I choose to spring off it like Yoshi in Super Mario World.
Yes, it's your decision. So
hey, ask your DM if letting your horse plummet to its death is right for you.
And you along with it. Only good and evil alignment cavaliers will attract followers, but like a paladin, you will attract followers unless you're a neutral cavalier, in which case people don't give a shit about you. I guess because you're neutral.
Harsh, but okay.
Or this one will upset you.
Centrism is cowardice. Sammy said it. It's true. It is true.
So good cavaliers are duty-bound to attack and defeat any cavaliers of evil alignment.
Listen, when cavaliers lock eyes, that means it's time for a Pokemon battle.
Cavaliers can expect full hospitality from any other cavalier unless they're evil.
Unless they're evil. It's full hostility then, isn't it?
And from evil households. So you can... No, not evil. Noble households.
Evil household. Hello, welcome to Evil House.
Could I have some hospitality, please? It's me, Lord Sammy, the most refined cavalier. Look at my plate armor, how it shines on my beautiful horsey.
Just 1 minute, and then they pull a cord and a trapdoor opens above you and another cavalier falls out and it's Rancibold. And he's like, yes, hello.
We must fight.
We have to fight.
I can tell you are an evil cavalier.
And we're both just up for that. Just out of the...
I live for blood.
I also live for... We're not so different, you and I.
Anyway,
so that's a plot that you can use in your games at home.
That's free for you.
That's free. It's a free plot for you.
So this is what I was saying before. Elven and half-elven cavaliers may use bows and crossbows, but it is frowned upon in human cavalier orders because apparently distance equals dishonourable, which begs the question, why are we using lances then? The longest weapon known to man.
Close range, but not too close.
And now we get on to my favourite bit.
If you're just outside the reach.
I say my favourite bit. So I mentioned a code of conduct before.
Yes.
It's not as strict as with the paladin. If you break the code, unless it is so grievous that your lord or order demands it, you don't lose any of your powers. And even if you do just become a fighter, you do not lose your land specialisation. You just,
it's fair enough. What else would you do? Your horse just gets a little bit slipperier.
They roiled up your horse.
Listen, you've broken the code, so I've got to do this. No, Binky. He's just slopping lube on the top of the horse.
Like that session we had recently.
No! There were no horses involved in that, just a cave.
Okay, anyway, so are you ready to hear the code of conduct?
Okay, tell me the code. The Armani code. Nope. Sorry.
Noble service willingly rendered. That's fair enough.
I have a tattoo
like you
saying
render
that.
meat.
Just gotta wait for this noble service to fully render before we can serve it.
Defense of any charge unto death. So
what?
Basically, if you're protecting someone.
Oh, any charge? Right. Sorry, I thought you meant like just ride your horse off. Defense of riding your horse off a cliff.
Courage and enterprise in obedience to rule, which I don't 100% understand.
Courage in obedience to rule. That's fair enough. Don't get peer pressured. Don't do drugs. Also enterprise. Invent a machine to stop your friends from trying to make you do drugs. You've built this, and what it does is whenever somebody offers you one of them Mary Joanna's cigarettes, don't laugh. Whenever they offer you one of those dank Mary Joanna cigarettes, what happens is my night invention activates and a clamp comes down and crushes my head and I'm killed instantly. Enterprise.
You can tell we've never been offered drugs before.
Listen, I've been offered drugs once.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
They asked if you had any.
No, that was a different time. That was a different time. I was offered drugs by that guy at college and he opened up his bag. It was full of the kush. And he said,
God, he brought it into college.
He brought it into college. There was a knife next to it. He's like, hey, do you want to go to Mars? And I was like, fuck off, mate.
No, not really.
What Belen?
There's no oxygen there.
Everybody fucking hated that guy. Yeah, how are you going to light your spliff, mate, in space?
Anyway, respect for all peers. But I guess that means only your knight friends, not like peasants and thieves and stuff.
Well, no, they're not your peers.
Honor to all above your station.
Above only.
Oh, yeah. Military prowess. I hate this word.
Prowess?
Prowess. Exercised in service to your lord.
Okay.
So go do shit for your king and stuff.
Be good at killing for a guy in a castle.
Who has more money than you.
Who has more money than you. For now.
Courtesy to all ladies.
Seriously.
Courtesy to all ladies. Oh, precious ladies.
Precious women, they cannot defend themselves. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, we're coming up to some of the best ones. War is the flowering of chivalry.
You what?
Yeah. Because obviously, you have to remember that even in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, this was still a medieval. It still had a lot of roots in medieval wargaming. So even though it was a fancy medieval war game that was also a tabletop, it still had all those like medieval war.
Is the flowering of we're going to war to protect our women from the enemy. Fuck you, Cavaliers.
Chivalry isn't just about protecting women and stuff. Chivalry is about being noble.
Chivalry is opening doors for women because they are too weak to do it by themselves. I will put my jacket down in the road so
that's modern.
My fair lady,
my
fair lady, you couldn't possibly get splashy on your leggies.
Let me lick those leggies.
Let me lick them right up. Oh, I'll empty out your bathwater for you for chivalry. I'll drink it right down.
I think chivalry is a more nebulous concept in this kind of era.
It's fucking nebulous because I'm going to chuck it in a black hole. And
that'd be good. Just being like, war is the flowering, like, so you can only be chivalrous if you've been in a war. That's not cool, guys.
Chivalry and respect are two different things, Gary.
Battle is the test of manhood.
All right, I'm out. See you later, guys.
Combat is glory. And then personal glory above all in battle, which I think like contradicts some other points, because if all you
wait, say that one again. Sorry.
Personal glory above all in battle. So like, oh yeah, I'm fighting for my lord. Oh, but I could go and like do something that would maybe like snub him a bit, but would make me look really cool.
Yeah, I'm
going to do that.
I'm not going to do I'm not going to bank my motes because I've got 14. If I get 15, then that's personal glory because I've got the most of them. I'm not going to bank them right away, even though it's going to get my team to actually... Destiny jokes, that's not relevant. Jeez.
This one isn't really a tenet for you to follow, but I guess for like you to enforce.
Does it say bank your fucking motes?
Obedience and respect from all beneath your station.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's one of my tenets. Listen, part of my order is for you to do what I say.
I know, right? This is what I truly, personally believe.
Well, I didn't swear that oath, sir.
I know, right?
I'm the king. Well,
it gets slightly worse.
Oh, does it?
Scorn for all those who are lowly and ignoble. Ignoble?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Fuck peasants.
Fuck peasants.
Listen, here's my new concept. It's called the Tory Paladin. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The last two are deaf to all who oppose the cause and deaf before dishonor. And to be honest, like, it's all very silly and bad, and I hate it. But what really annoyed me is, like, Gygax is really good at putting, like, his or her pronouns in his, like, work.
Yeah.
But then, like, you've got that shitty, like...
That was something I noticed when it jumped from original to advanced.
Yeah.
And it started being copy-edited a bit more. It stopped being his or her.
Yeah.
Like, I'd prefer a there myself, but, you know.
Gygax always used to put his or her.
Yeah.
But then it's so, like... Clearly, because it's like...
Because this is a Gygax as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Battle is the test of manhood. This is literally what he wrote. He was saying his or her, but it's like, oh, but battle is a test of manhood. And, you've got a fuck lady. No, be nice.
You got
to fuck
tenant number 3, you got to fuck ladies.
So I found it a bit egregious, really, like reading through it. Just like, oh, you tricked me by... using...
War is the flowering of chivalry, but your penis is the deflowering. Oh, welcome to the Gygax zone.
So that was yeah, that was most of the article. Then there was like a little paragraph at the end for the Cavalier Paladin. So if you multicast your Cavalier into Paladin, which basically said, follow the rules of a Paladin and a Cavalier.
Just do it both.
And I was like,
I'm at the Paladin.
Okay.
I'm at the Cavalier.
So the only things that were really different or that changed was instead of having 10 magical items, you can have 6. You can't gain any more spells, and you must be lawful good like a paladin. And I was like, why has he included this? What's the point? I guess maybe you could be like a mounted cavalier who could also do holy spells and have a holy sword. But like,
but that's what a paladin is.
But like, you still got a special mount as a paladin. Yeah, you couldn't use a lance.
Tie your mounts together. Get a lance with a sword glued to the end.
Yeah, it was very confusing. It didn't really add much to... I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I read it wrong. But also I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, so that was the original Cavalier Paladin.
Is this going to be like the length of a full episode?
It might be. This one's quite long.
Okay. There's a lot of shit with Cavaliers that I wasn't expecting. I know we've been saying that these are like shorter episodes, but this might be a
long one.
Yeah.
So shall we get a brew and then
let's go
steal ourselves?
Yeah, I've got
to the next article.
I actually have a Tupperware with some bits of sword left in. I'm just gonna polish those off. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Polish them off.
Welcome back.
And we have returned from the chivalric courts. Welcome back. I've uncovered a plot of intrigue where it turns out the king is actually 3 horses in a trench coat. We all wondered why the king was so big, and it turns out...
He was 3 horses and you didn't notice.
I didn't notice until I used my horse identification training to discover that the king was worth £300 or £100 for a third of the king.
Wow. I mean, you'll be glad to know then that in the next bit, you still had those horse appraising powers.
I've always got them because of my courtly training. I'm sort of like talking like with my teeth sticking out to really be royal, you know?
So we jump back in to Unearthed Arcana in 1985. So this is 2 years later. We're still in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons #1, numero uno, first edition.
That's what it said on all the covers.
That's what it said on all the covers. I just have a problem. I can't say it.
You can't say it without like being like, oh
because
yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. I'm like, oh no, you have to make sure they know it's the first, not the second one. I'm like,
but then you're like, okay, but then you don't say first edition. You don't say AD&D first edition. You say Advanced Dungeons and Dragons first edition, the first one, numero uno. It's the one that came before the others. Yep. Please help me, please.
I have a problem.
It takes 90% of my editing time on this podcast is just getting Sammy to remove the qualifiers that she adds after AD&D won the first one, the first time.
I'll only add more. So a lot is the same as the original Gygax article. There's the same minimum ability score requirements. There's the same alignment requirements. You still had to be from a noble aristocratic background, but there were new rules. If you were not from a noble or aristocratic background, you had to be sponsored by a noble or aristocrat. And then you became a level 0 horseman. With minus XP.
Everybody, could you donate to my Patreon? I'm really just hoping to become a horseman.
No, you became a horseman, but then you had minus XP, and then as you gained XP, you
could become a horseman.
Yeah, about halfway through that, you became a level 0 lancer.
Oh, and you got a bow.
Eventually, when you
become the bone of your sword.
So when you eventually got to 0 XP, you then became a first level arminger, which basically means you became a Cavalier and you got your Cavalier abilities. I had to look this shit up because it turned out that Arminger is just an archaic way of saying someone with heraldic status. But I assumed it was like another class
Like
thing.
a class name.
Like a horse
Yeah.
They never say it in the article.
Oh
They just
my
use them
God.
interchangeably.
And they've started giving the levels to them as if they were real class.
Yeah.
Arminger. I've never heard that in my life. Wow.
It was so bad.
Every day's a school day.
Fucking war games using archaic medieval heraldry terms.
Our fucking war game with Dear Boromon going into the internet and really messing up all the cash machines.
So,
Was it Dear Boromon?
I have no idea. I do not remember. I do not recall.
I have no memory of anything at all.
So elves and half elves can still be Cavaliers, but now there's like a really gross line where they have to be descended from grey, dark, or high elf stock. That's in air quotes.
Ooh, I
because
don't like
what
that.
a shitty way to say it. Yikes! That's a big yikes from me.
Have they been saying like stock for humans?
No.
Because like I've heard that when talking about, she's from good breeding.
Yeah,
and,
but like
she's
they
from
don't mention that about the humans. They just say you have to have a noble background. Whereas
Aristocratic
here,
stock.
suddenly you're talking about elves and then it's stock. And I was like, eek. So you still have the same lance specialization, the same armor rules. Plate is best and plate is only good. And if you're not wearing plate, then you're a lesser human.
I just want to point out that the reason that the stock thing is so gross and the reason that there's several other things like in the other Paladin episodes, it's like, humans can only humans can do it because other races don't have that, and the whole thing there, and we keep saying like it's got a mild eugenics hint to it. I'm not saying that I think that fictional races should have rights. I'm saying that oftentimes the elves and dwarves and orcs and things are written in this game as stand-ins for real-world subcultures. I say subcultures. Cultures, regular cultures. And that's why it's so gross.
That's why it's gross when they're talking about them like stock.
I just wanted to...
I think we'll probably cover it more when we go into like an actual, like if we actually do cover orcs.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because,
there's a lot of stuff that's...
It's really gross.
A mess, yeah.
I mean, they're from the 70s, so everything's going to be a bit gross.
I don't really feel qualified to talk about where the whole issue with orcs is. But yeah, I want to point out that like I'm not being faux squicked out on behalf of an elf. I'm being real squicked out on behalf of the person that elf might represent. I don't know. It just seems important to get that in audio somewhere.
I think it's important to note that like most of these writers and creators were all white people, and then they're talking about like other races, air quotes there, in like these sort of terms, and not
when it comes to the default.
When you come from like a Eurocentric, especially because it was all medieval fantasy, which a lot of people believe is a Eurocentric, horrible, it's all whitewashed and shit. Like when you start talking about other races, because those people had that kind of
it's when like when they're talking about like the Heroes of the Orient book, and that's like, I don't know. I just like I said,
not that it's bad that they have heroes inspired by, or like characters inspired by samurai and thing. It's just because it's done by someone who doesn't understand the culture and is only sort of looking at it from an outside perspective.
Like I said, I wanted to have it on tape at some point. Like they say where your character's backstory, if it doesn't come out at the table, then it's not exactly canon. And I felt like it's something that I've been thinking when we've been listening to older episodes and stuff, like I should say exactly why I'm squicked out by that at some point. This has been a lengthy diatribe. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Shall we jump back in?
Yeah, of course.
So you have the same mounted combat rules and the same mount rules, unless you're an elf.
In which case you had to ride an imp, yeah.
No, you still got to ride a horse. You just didn't get any bonuses for riding a horse, which still begs the question is like, because if you were a human, you got your bonuses, your +1 level attacks. But if you're an elf, you didn't. So it's like, why the fuck would you make an elf cavalier when the person writing it is like, oh yeah, you can be an elf cavalier, but why would you?
But you shouldn't.
Because like, you can have lance specialization, but you'll probably use like a bow and be like disregarded by all your peers. And also you're not as good.
Do it right.
One interesting thing was at lower levels. So obviously you had to, if you weren't from a noble background, you had to go through all that palaver of being like a lancer and a horseman and blah, 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 blah. But at lower levels, no matter where you no matter where you came from, you had to get a higher level Cavalier to train you. I think for the first 4 or 5 levels.
So it's like an official thing where you can't just...
Yeah, you couldn't level up without being trained. Yeah. Which is nice, because then if you're part of an order and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I do think that, one of the things that I kind of regret running Floodwall is not having more of a culture of, say, druids that had trained the druid in your party.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, she does have a mentor who you met later on and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like druids being like a circle is a whole thing.
Yeah. Obviously, it's slightly different with
obviously,
Cavaliers.
yeah.
They don't... I mean, I suppose they have circle tables.
Hi-oh! That was good. I mean,
Thank you. So you were still immune to magic or fear, and good line Cavaliers could still function past 0 health points. Sorry, it's because I always try and say HP, and then I'm like, what does that mean? I mean health points. And then I'm like, health points sound
hit
weird.
Points?
Hit points. Shit.
House points?
House points.
Horticulturalist prowess. That's for druids.
So the hospitality rules are the same, and the code of conduct is almost the same.
You've slowed down, which makes me concerned.
They added 2 new lines.
Oh, good. What are they going to be, Sammy? Are they really good? Did they fix it?
Oh, no. Either I read the old ones wrong, or else they didn't actually add 2 ones, because it's the obedience and respect from all beneath your station and scorn for those who are lowly and ignoble.
Oh, right. So
that might have been new in this article.
And then you added them back into the old list.
Sorry, Guy Gax. That was rude of me.
Hey, Gary.
I should probably check before I apologise, actually.
Yeah, Gary. Fuck you, but maybe for something else. These guys sure love D&D.
I think that was in the second one, because there was a little note saying this includes nightly limitations on weapons and armor, and I was like, what does that mean?
You can only use 1 sword per evening. It's nightly limitations, isn't it?
I put in caps, what? Just a literal excuse to be an ass, lawful nasty. I won't double check that because we're in the booth now.
I'm not going anywhere.
They're still nasty.
They're still nasty, no matter what.
Maybe they were nastier beforehand, maybe they were nastier after, but they're still hella nasty. So the Paladin is no longer a subclass of the fighter, but a subclass of the Cavalier now.
Wait, the Paladin is a Cavalier subclass?
Yeah. So it plays exactly the same as the Paladin in the player's handbook, except they get the Cavalier's parrying ability and weapon preferences and horseman stuff. So
it makes more sense, because a Paladin is a better Cavalier.
Yeah,
it's a Cavalier
it just
with
makes
bits.
it makes me wonder, why would you bother playing a Cavalier when you could just be a Paladin? Because then you get spells and stuff.
What if you didn't roll well enough? You just did a bad job. Your dice don't like you very much.
I did a bad job. Yes, I did. Thank you.
What? No!
Okay, so that's the end of the Unearthed Arcana.
Cool.
So the next article is from Dragon Magazine 148, August 1989. So this is 4 years later. This was really just updating it for 2nd edition, which was, I think, published in April this year. Not this year, sorry. I mean,
it was 1989.
This year, yeah. Not this year.
2020, the year of 2nd edition AD&D.
It was literally 100% the same, except hospitality rules are changed, so you could no longer expect hospitality from other Cavaliers until they became landholders or built a castle.
Oh my God.
Which I think is fair enough, because you can't expect hospitality from someone if they don't have anywhere to hospitalize you. That's not right.
You're going to get hospitalized by the evil ones.
And hospitaliers.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of implied in the old one that they had a house to put you in. They're just like...
No, now they have to specify.
You just see him in the woods and you're like, can I have some hospitality? They're like, yeah.
Come into my
tent. Frantically look around like, there's a tree here, you could climb. I'll quickly build a house.
Oh, no, because you'd probably fall if you became a carpenter.
A callback.
So one thing I did like was that the code of conduct was now optional. So you no longer needed to be good or linked to a god, noble, or order. You could just be a random asshole doing whatever the fuck you wanted. Which you kind of were before.
Yeah, it's another clarification thing.
You have to remember the code of conduct as well was it wasn't 100%. You didn't have to follow it, and your DM could change it at any point. So actually, that's a good point. Let's imagine that all the DMs of yonder past, looked at that code and was like, hey, that's shit. I don't want my players to be an asshole. Let's change that.
In those halcyon days where your DM would absolutely have your best interests in mind.
Let's pretend. Give me rose-tinted glasses for an area I was not alive for. Okay, so after that, the Paladin Cavalier goes very quiet for a long time.
He's finally oiled his armor.
Okay, so we jump back in 2010.
Oh.
So that is a big jump. That's been 11 years.
It's been 80 years.
It's been 11 years.
80 years
11.
between them. Can you imagine?
11 years.
It's been 80 years.
And it's 4th edition, but essentials
Okay.
in the Heroes of the Forgotten Kingdoms.
Right.
So the first thing to mention about this is it's a bit of a weird setting. It's the Points of Light setting.
Oh, dear.
And it was based in the Nentir Vale.
So,
And the Nentir Vale was basically what Corvair is to Eberron. It's like the main
It's
continent.
it's
the main area.
the Nentir Vale to the Points of Light setting is the Sword Coast to the Forgotten Realms. The Points of Light being a poorly defined and intentionally vague setting. I didn't mind it. I
read the book and I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, maybe that's why I liked it, actually.
So the Cavalier is a kind of Paladin. It's a subclass. I don't know if it was officially called a subclass or if that's just the word I use because I'm like, this is a subclass. So you follow heroic virtues that you believe in so strongly that it gives you magical powers. So you're not under a specific god or religion like a Paladin. It's more like, I want to do good in the world. I've believed it so much that now I have powers that let me do good in the world. Yay!
Sort of like how I treat clerics, or how clerics are in Eberron. No, I'm the one who's brought up Eberron.
Wow! I mean,
Yeah.
I just brought up Eberron like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, you did
I beat you
actually,
to
yeah.
it,
No,
sorry.
fair enough.
I didn't bring up Eberron in the Warden episode, so you should be very proud of me.
I mean, you were scratching it in my arm, though. You were like tapping your feet in Morse
My
code.
head was like twisting around, just like Eberron.
Like, yeah, you were doing like I saw you blinking parts of the Draconic Prophecy in Morse code with your eyes.
Oh, the Draconic Prophecy. Shall I just have a talk about it? No, come on, Sammy. Blah, 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 blah. So.
Sammy's notes have disappeared and there's a map of Corvair.
Ooh. Oh, would you like me to tell you about the Draconic Prophecy? Oh, shall I? Yeah, so they were opposed to blackguards who embody opposing vices. Which I find very funny because it basically means that, like, so you're a blackguard and you're like, oh, I believe in sin and nasty things. And the Cavalier is like, I believe in hope and beauty. And then you both get powers because you believe in your virtue or vice.
From the phrasing there, I thought you meant that you were only opposing the ones, like, there's the blackguard who believes in gluttony, and so you would only oppose him if you were a paladin of healthy eating.
No.
And you wouldn't care otherwise if you were a paladin of kindness.
No, basically, like...
Not paladin, cavalier. Ha 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 ha.
Well, yeah, no, basically any blackguard, you were opposed to them.
That's
It was,
fair
like,
enough. No, that's
opposing
fair.
forces. As part of the setting, there used to be whole orders of cavaliers that were like the military security and moral strength of the country. I don't know what country they're on about, but you know. But not so much now. So you were like a lone force against the darkness. So it was actually quite nice having. There was quite a lot of one thing about 4th edition, or rather the Essentials books, was there was a lot more fluff than in 4th edition.
They really were trying to fix that, weren't they? Yeah.
And it's very nice to read. It's such a shame that we only got a couple of the books, to be honest, because they're lovely books. They really are.
It's nice just having a D&D book in paperback. Like in a little small pocket, well, not pocket size, but...
Yeah, that was the fluff of them, which was really nice because it was nice to sort of get away from that, like, heraldic assholes, I hate peasants. So Cavaliers in this split into 2. There is the Sacrifice Cavalier. So this is someone who shoulders injuries to protect allies. They force enemies to attack them instead of their allies.
Strike me instead.
Yeah, basically. You can use your second wind to heal allies. You can spend healing surges, but give them to allies.
Right.
And you can choose to take damage so allies can resist damage.
Were they non-magical, though?
No, they were magical.
Okay.
They got their magical powers from believing in their virtues.
Yeah, of course, sorry. I'm getting them mixed up with the previous edition.
Yeah, so the previous one didn't have really magical powers. They were just really good at using
They were
lances.
just good at lances.
And being assholes.
Whereas, I was assuming maybe they used lancets to heal people.
This is a huge departure from the old ones. Like, they are nothing like the old Cavaliers, which is why it's such like a sort of like, whoa, what is happening?
Yeah.
But yeah, and also one of your big like final things as a sacrifice Cavalier was your allies were healed when you were bloodied.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, if you
guys.
took a hit that made you bloodied,
yep,
you'd heal everyone around you.
Which was the 4th edition term for being brought to below half your HP total.
Yeah. The other kind of Cavalier was the Valor.
The Velour one. Really, really fashionable armor this time.
So you protect allies by attacking enemies first,
okay,
forcing them to respond to you, getting up in their motherfucking faces.
Yep.
Not bloodlust, though. It was always for a cause.
You don't have bloodlust for a cause. I have bloodlust for a cause.
Killing badgers.
Killing badgers.
That was the last episode.
That was the last episode.
Killing peasants?
Killing peasants.
Oh, no. That made me feel bad. Because we are peasants.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, as a Valor Cavalier, I keep trying to call them paladins. That's how similar to paladins they are.
Valor.
They got better initiative. They got shields for allies, bonuses to attack rolls, a lot of battlefield control so they could teleport enemies. And
they could teleport enemies?
You know, like how Avengers can like move around the people around the board by like pushing and pulling people?
Yeah. But like teleporting them, I didn't realise was a... It doesn't seem like a very
that's what I wrote in my notes.
No.
It
just doesn't seem like a very knightly thing, you know? Like,
well, these aren't really knights anymore. These are magical virtue paladins.
Yeah, that's fair.
They are not anything like the old Cavaliers, which, you know, I like. But yeah. So and then if an enemy was rolling against one of your allies, they would have minuses on those rolls. Okay. As you can tell, I've already mentioned that these are very different from the other versions of the Paladin Cavalier because, the biggest thing is you didn't need to specialise in lances. The preferred weapons were longsword and battle axes, and your armour didn't have to be plate. And then you could get a steed at level 4, but the only sort of bonus you got because of having this steed was a +2 to speed. And that's literally it. So
that's 10 feet of movement, baby.
It contrasts so much from the earlier stuff.
Yeah.
It is honestly more like a special paladin than the Cavaliers of old.
Yeah.
Which, on one hand, I was really disappointed in because I would have loved an updated version of the Cavalier so I could go charging around on a magical pony and smacking the shit out of people like She-Ra.
Yeah.
I wanted a big magical She-Ra. Well, not necessarily magical, I guess, but it's also like, you know what? That's way better than those fucking assholes with their heraldry and code of shitfuck.
Code of shitfuck.
Oh God, sorry, I'm swearing a lot in this episode. Like anything class related really annoys me because it's just like, hey, this is still like a thing, and it's not cool that you idolize the people that oppress people.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you have to like be shit to people below your station. I'm just like, hey, if you're enjoying that and you are cool with that, you're probably a shit person in real life.
Yeah. Why would you want to role play?
I guess there's like that sort of escapist fantasy, just like, oh, I'm oppressed in real life, so I will oppress in my fantasy life.
I don't understand how people can be evil in video games.
Oh, I know.
Like, I just feel bad. And roleplay games are even worse because you're putting more of yourself into the character you're playing.
Yeah, it's one thing to just pick an option and watch a cutscene where something bad happens. It's another thing to be like, I'm going to choose to make this decision.
Yeah,
actively.
It sucks.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It sucks.
I really can't. Like, I try really hard. Like, the only time I've ever made an evil character was one who didn't think he was evil.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I mean, he did think that he was a god.
He would do wanton acts of destruction, but not in a cruel, malicious way, but in a...
Like, he was like, hey, come join my religion. I'm your new god. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, you're heathens. I'll kill you so you can move on.
I don't remember him killing all that many people is the thing.
No, because he was very intimidating. I don't know if you remember. He was like a fucking 8-foot fire ganassi.
Yeah. Powerful guy.
Oh, damn. I think one day we should do an episode that's like a retrospect on. I realize that's super self-indulgent.
This podcast is. I kind of want to do like a Super Smash Bros. Campaign.
Yeah.
Where we just get a bunch of characters we made in the past and never had a chance to I don't know. I don't know how that would even work.
I think it'd be better if you made new characters and then you had to fight them and work your way up.
Yeah.
They're like
my
NPCs.
7 evil X NPCs, not NPC. Fuck. Are we done on?
Oh yeah, I'm done with Cavalier.
Should we not? Is there not like a 5e bit? Should we not look up?
The 5th edition one is a fighter one.
Then we're good.
That's why I didn't.
Then we are good.
That's why I didn't bring it in. I mean, obviously, when it comes to doing like fighters, and if I mention the Cavalier episode will be really short then because it's just like, yeah, they were fighters. They were exactly like the Paladin ones, but not magical. I mean, they weren't magical in the Paladin ones, so who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's all my Cavalier stuff. It's such a shame because, like I said, I do really like the idea of going around on a horse and being like, woo! Smashing, like lancing the shit out of people. That sounds really satisfying. But I can't even begin to imagine being someone who's like, oh, look at this code. I'm going to be an asshole to everyone who's poor. Oh, sorry, you don't agree with my code? Well, I'm going to shit on you.
Would they specifically do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's us for this episode.
Yeah,
then.
Thanks for listening to me ramble about class issues.
Yeah, thank you very much. This has been a longer one than we expected, so thank you for sticking with it. I hope it was enjoyable and fun for you to listen to. If you did have fun and listen to it, then maybe try following us on a social media. You can find us on Twitter at Roll History or
Instagram at Roll History.
At Roll History, or you can email us at rollhistory@gmail.com.
Were you a Cavalier Paladin? Were you like an asshole in game and are still a good person outside of it? If so, please tell us because like I'm intrigued.
Are you able to play an evil character?
Let us know.
What's up with that? What's
so
the
we
deal?
can avoid you. No, I'm joking. I'm genuinely, I am interested if anyone did play like the old-fashioned Cavaliers and like if they are as fun as like they sound in my head or if they were just bullshit. Which
possible.
most things were. Yeah, so if you like this episode, give us a review or leave us some stars.
Yeah.
Or tell your friends or companions or lovers.
Or your horse.
Tell your horse about us.
You can find us on Napster. You can find us on LimeWire.
Pod Chaser.
You can find us on Podchaser, which is kind of like IMDb, but for podcasts.
Leave us a review on Podchaser if you like us or this episode.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. And with that, Sammy, you are the great and powerful knight. You've just graduated from Powerful Knight School. And you are riding down the street. You've just you're able to
clip clop. Sorry, I was doing hoof noises.
No, you've got coconuts. I get it. But yeah, you're now picking your own path because you no longer need to follow the path of the people that have been training you for years.
I can do whatever the fuck I like.
And you come across there's a little old person hunched over. They've got a bundle of sticks on their back. They've got a hood. They're wearing mostly browns.
Oh, it's a peasant.
And they say to you, "Excuse me, sir. I notice your fancy shiny horse. Could you assist me in helping me? I may take back my homestead from nasty kobolds." And you look at them and could you roll history?
Are they bowing?
They are. They're either bowing or just carrying a lot of sticks.
Okay,
they're kind of like bent over.
They're bowing.
But if you can roll history to just try and maybe assess their family lineage.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, I got an 18.
Okay, with an 18, you can actually sense that this lowly peasant is, in fact, Sir Rancibold III in disguise.
I will run him through, for I am a good cavalier and I am opposed to all evil cavaliers.
Okay, so you murder a guy then. You did it.
With my lance. Right through the heart.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't need to parry him because he is dead.
Oh, my sticks didn't protect me from mine. I've had my comeuppance flare.
No evil has protection from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.